Sam, what are you doing? Why are you signing that? You think Helton's going to sign you today?
I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, you know. I mean, it's National Signing Day right now, so, you know, I got to sign my letter. Sports Scene starts now.
I feel like it's just more of like a relief. I mean, the recruiting process has been like a lot, especially later in the recruiting process. I'm just happy I chose the right spot for me and my family. And then, like I said, it's just like weight off my shoulders.
This morning, wide receiver Kyle Ford penned his letter of intent to spend the next 4 years at USC. Good afternoon and welcome to Sports Scene. I'm Sam Arslanian.
And I'm Robbie Aronson.
Ford was one of USC's 2 four-star hard commits. He committed back on January 5th, but there were rumors about Ford potentially flipping to another school after Brew McCoy decommitted last month. Coming after Ford, cornerback Adonis Otey signed with the Trojans. He was a hard commit with the Arkansas Razorbacks since August 1st, but started taking interest in USC a couple days ago. Otey is a 3-star corner from Blackman High School in Tennessee.
Halfway across the Pacific Ocean on the island of Oahu, Kualana Makaula was the next player to sign. The 3-star safety is ranked the 16th best player in the state of Hawaii. He will join a couple of his former Polynesian Bowl teammates at USC.
Tua Sivi-Namora was the next announcement for the Trojans. He's a 3-star linebacker from Centennial High School in Corona, California. At 210 pounds, this big man can run. Back in March, he posted a 4.59 40-yard dash.
National Signing Day is today, but that didn't stop some new Trojans from kicking off the signing day early. Dorian Hewitt and Adonis Otey signed letters of intent last night.
Dorian Hewitt was a hard commit to Syracuse back in July, but shocked a lot of Orange fans last night when he announced he will be heading to LA. Hewitt is a 3-star safety out of Houston and looks to fill the hole left by Marvell Tell III.
Accompanying Makaula at the safety position, Jaden Williams signed last night. The Trojans edged out the Washington Huskies in nabbing Williams.
Stay tuned with our coverage of National Signing Day on the web at uscannenbergmedia.com and on Twitter at @AnnMediaSports.
Let's send it over to Anwar to check in on the recruits that decided to forego the Cardinal and Gold uniforms.
Thanks, Sam and Robbie. Though none of USC's potential recruits are named Jack, some of the biggest names surrounding the Trojans have hit the road and won't be coming back no more. 263-pound lineman Enoch Vimahi from Hawaii just this morning signed with Ohio State. He had offers from USC, Notre Dame, and Oklahoma. But the biggest recruiting news around Troy has, of course, involved Brew McCoy, a 5-star receiver prospect from Mater Dei High School who decommitted from USC and enrolled at Texas last week. McCoy joins Westlake linebacker DeGabriel Floyd, a 4-star recruit who decommitted from USC and also enrolled at Texas this March. Another late decommit is running back Jordan Wilmore, who decommitted on January 14th, and according to 24/7 Sports, is 77% likely to join Pac-12 rivals Arizona State. Rounding out the list is Chris Steele from St. John Bosco, who enrolled at Florida on January 5th. The decisions, especially from McCoy, have been speculated to likely stem from the quick departure of USC offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, who's now the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. He spent less than a month as the OC after the firing of T. Martin at the end of this season. All in all, USC has 5 official decommits, 3 of which are skill positions. After a tough 5-7 season, finishing 4th in the Pac-12 South, the Trojans will need more than just sunny weather to compete for recruits in the competitive football landscape. Sam, back to you.
Thanks, Anwar. I'm here with Nick Kaufman to take a look at what next year's teams might look like. Nick, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Sam.
All right, let's start off with the offense. What can we expect from the recruits on offense next season?
Honestly, I'm not expecting too much from the new recruits coming in on offense because, as you can see, all the skill position players are filled. So we might see maybe Kyle Ford coming in and a couple special packages at wide receiver. But for the most part, I expect the offense to look the same with current players on the roster filling the spots on the line and at tight end.
And this season, we lacked a lot of offense for the Trojans. What do they need to do next year to reconcile what happened this year?
Everyone's going to need to step up, but the biggest step up is going to have to come from none other than JT Daniels. I see a lot of Jared Goff in him when Goff was at Cal, In Goff's freshman year, he threw for 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Daniels threw for 14 touchdowns and 10 interceptions last year as well. But what Goff was able to do was make that jump in his sophomore year. He went from 18 touchdowns to 35 touchdowns in his sophomore year, along with 7 interceptions. And Daniels is going to need to post similar numbers to do that. And what Goff was able to do to make that transition was get more comfortable in the pocket, move his feet, get those, as he would call them, Peyton Manning tiny baby steps, as well as stepping into throws even when pressure was in his face. So he would make the play, take the hit to make the play instead of taking the hit and not making a play.
I mean, it's an interesting comparison. I mean, we've talked about how JT Daniels has a lot of weapons downfield. He's got 2, veteran wide receivers in Michael Pittman and in Tyler Vaughns. And, Amon-Ra's the sophomore this year with Graham Harrell, that air raid offense. Maybe we'll see some more production from JT. Let's flip over to the defense now. What are you expecting on the defensive side of the ball?
This defensive recruiting class, especially, I think will have a big impact. Maybe not immediately, but I think they will find ways to get worked into the game plan because this recruiting class has big, strong, physical defensive backs, 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2". And we saw last year in the game against UCLA, our smaller defensive backs just got bullied by the bigger Bruin receivers. So I think this will really be a correction for what was lacking last year and really bring some physicality back to the Trojan football team.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of gaps there. Obviously losing Porter Gustin and Cam Smith on defense, Marvell Tell as well at Janie Harris. But Nick, I want to thank you again for taking the time to break this down for us. Let's send it over to Lindsay Lopes for a closer look at how the signees broke the news on Twitter.
Thanks, Nick and Sam. The USC recruitment class is looking strong despite the loss of top recruit Brew McCoy. McCoy transferred to Texas soon after the loss of Cliff Kingsbury. Today, USC added to its already strong recruiting class, signing hard commits safety Jaden Williams, who flipped his decision from Arkansas to USC, 5-star recruit wide receiver Kyle Ford, cornerback Adonis Otey, another flip in favor of the USC Trojans, safety Tusivi Numora, transfer CB Jalen Watson, and a confirmed commitment from DB Dorian Hewitt. Safety Koalama Makaulo also turned to Twitter, posting a letter of thanks to his coaches, teammates, and family, expressing his excitement, saying, "We will be a part of the Trojan Ohana and going to USC next year," captioned 100% committed. All-American wide receiver and Orange County native Kyle Ford announced his commitment with a video on Twitter captioned "committed," accompanied by a video telling everyone he's staying home. Congratulations to today's signees and welcome to the Trojan family. Now let's toss it over to Nathan for a men's basketball preview.
Thanks, Lindsay. The USC men's basketball team came into the season with a chip on their shoulder after missing the NCAA tournament. The Trojans have been sharing their fair share of ups and downs this season, winning 11 games at home but only 1 game on the road. The Trojans have been riding a recent hot streak, winning their last 4 out of 5 games. Their only loss was against the Washington Huskies, who have been the best team in the Pac-12. With still 9 more games against Pac-12 opponents, the Trojans hope to continue their recent success. Their schedule does not ease up, however, as the Trojans will play 3 straight road games to end the regular season. If the Trojans have any chance of returning to the NCAA tournament, they will have to start by winning tonight. Currently 4th place in the Pac-12 standings, the Trojans face another big test when they take on the Utah Utes tonight. After winning their first 5 out of 7 conference games, the Utes have faced some recent struggles, dropping their last 2 games against Oregon and Oregon State. Nonetheless, this is a big game for both teams. If the Trojans win, they will separate themselves into 2nd place in the Pac-12, but if the Utes win, they will jump past the Trojans in the standings. One star player for the Trojans this season has been junior Nick Rakocevic. Even though Rakocevic has yet to make a 3-pointer, the 6'11" junior leads the team in points scored and rebounds with 357 points and 218 respectively so far this season. Without Rakocevic, the Trojans would not be in the position that they are currently in.
We're right there, so we just gotta focus and stay poised throughout everything that we do. Honestly, I just give all the credit to my teammates. To be honest with you, they do a good job of finding me and putting me in the right spots to score. It just makes my job a lot easier, and just staying aggressive offensively and looking for my shots.
Get to the Galen Center early tonight as the men of Troy look to win their 14th game of the season. Sam and Robbie, back to you guys.
So Sam, you still think Helton should take a chance on you today? I mean, there may be some open spots after all the decommits.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm worth taking a chance on. We can't do much worse than we did last year at least.
Yeah, about that. I think this video shows otherwise about your athletic ability. I mean, watch this. Seriously, you can't even hit a line drive off a tee?
All right, that's not a good look. That's kind of Bush League pulling that out there. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't be the worst option on signing day. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Sports Scene of the semester. For everyone here at Annenberg Media, I'm Sam Arslanian.
And I'm Robbie Aronson. You can catch us on Facebook and Twitter at Annenberg Media Sports. See you next week.